lives amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
I was afraid for the briefest moment when I woke this morning. I didn't know where I was. I thought perhaps it had all been a dream, stopping the Absolute, saving my parents. Then I realized I was in your arms. We did it. Almost, anyway. I know. It was her. She can try to twist the knife all she likes. I know I can survive her worst. Nothing she does can sour the fact that I have my family again. You're right. I know it's not an exciting life that I lead, but I'd like you to be a part of it. I doubt I'd have anything at all if it wasn't for you. Good. Then seek me out when you have time. I'm hoping to find... I'll keep a spot for you. It'll be just like old times.
Fuck.
Shadowheart found her peace in a country farmstead with a pack of pets and a garden of night orchids. You were basking beneath the silver moon after a night's sleep.
It is true.
Among your discarded clothes. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Is this the first camp?
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Sweet. This is what I was hoping for. I don't think I mentioned this, but this is what I was hoping would have happened after you beat the game. And it's quite funny that I was thinking it and then literally...
Enjoying myself, do you, Shah? What a surprise.
Anyway. But when I was going through the credits of the game, this was going through my head. Like, I wish I could just go through, like, the camp again and just talk to everybody. I thought it'd be like a credit thing, like you do it as the credits go by, but this is better. But it's just funny that it pops up, or they do it like, I don't know, not that long after I beat the game, like literally within a couple days. Minsk. Oh, this is the first camp spot. Never mind. Yeah, Minsk. Happy Horson. I don't remember you. Karlak. Will. Chest of Grateful Words. I'll look at that in a moment. Who are you?
You made
Halson?
it. Now the revelry can truly begin.
Asterion at the fire, Jahira, Volo, Shadowheart off to the side. Gale, what is this? Clothing chest? Interesting. Bro, oh, okay. Oh, it's Gale's cat. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Alright, Baldur's Mouth Gazette, again, another one. Oh, they move? Astarion's no longer, okay. Yeah, they move quite frequently, alright. Unfortunately, Lizelle did perish fairly 10 hours into the game. This is his coffin. End your adventure. Can I quick save here? I can. Like, this is really neat. I love this idea. It's like a cap on the feather. So what is this? Grateful official guild letter from Art. Oh, it's letters from a lot of people.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Brocade ensemble. But I could just put it back on my thing, but I'm not that crazy. What does it say? 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Tour new district built by Altorian. Janeth House hosted to host evening of art and culture and celebrating Salvation City. New Bardic School. Tiefling founder secures Upper City founding. Obviously, that's what's her name? Altafla. Witnesses encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. All right. Oh, don't be. What are you? Last holdout cultists cleared from Temple of Baal. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes, complain merchants. Settlers bound for land upriver amid claims curses lifted. Structure found beneath House of Grief. Yeah? Volothamp Godarm's Guide to Baldur's Gate. Bards seek contributors to newest edition. Looks like that's all on that one. Issue number 238. Weave Servant murdered Salt. Well, Wave Servant murdered Salt. Raven Guard returned to full strength. Gondians disband. Gond times has come and gone. Serial killer unmasked as crazed ballist. Githyanki Knight helped save the city. Thorm's army dispersed from Balduran borders. Fresh stock and interview with a new master of Ramazith's tower. Report Stone Lord killed by beloved ranger. High Harper no more. Hero druid goes to ground. Almond cakes of Avernus. Elturian refugee and owner of city's newest cafe shares her recipe. Site of Foundry Blast still sectioned off, says Fist. Interesting.
Not overindulge tonight, lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
So you made it! Not really as a party.
Okay, what is this one? Absolute emergency over, declares Fist. Last Elithid rooted from sewers. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Links to Gortash regime unfounded. Sharess's Recontour Raphael reported dead. Black market black magic, devil's fee goods still unaccounted for. Selûnite outpost decimated by unknown assailant, now protected by the sword of Saloon Dame Aelin. Just her daughter. Criminals Consolidated Guild uses rebuilding efforts to expand power. How is that, like, on the news? I don't understand how that's actually on the news. I feel like there's, like, if you have that, I feel like there would be more just hanging around,
Oh, right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Decario save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
It's like Gale's last name.
That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
No respect for the co-savior of Faerun, huh?
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-ta, darling.
That's my, you can't, that's my thing. What's in here? Oh, this is just dye. Never mind, it's more than just dye. There's also other outfits in here. Anything red? Ash Meadow. That's what I'm wearing. Pretty much, they're just like, hey, here's basically every outfit in the game. Wear what you want to wear. If you don't like the color, don't worry, we gotcha. How would you ever need more than just 10? Ah, yes, Volo.
My dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Have you come seeking a statement? It's wonderful to see you. You again, getting yourself into more trouble yet, I presume.
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
The hero and I? No. I love it. Presuming I'm the hero.
Oh, that would be telling, wouldn't it? But believe you me, my friend, not a word could have been written without you. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you could just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
That's creepy.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it? Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism. He whines. Let's talk, more throw.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Pick up. Yo, Scratch, where'd you go? Seriously, where the hell did you go, Scratch? Why are there dagger +1s everywhere? Oh, I see. He didn't go very far, actually. Scratch, don't you dare. Momo! Stop it! I didn't throw very far. Does that not count as fetch because I didn't throw very far? Oh, whatever.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Who the hell are you, Happy Horson? Okay, that was very delayed.
To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Onward, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them. It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aches.
So you're telling me you might have dropped him?
So I have. Oh, it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
But enough, my friend. I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
This is where just living my life. Now I find someone to live it with. Happily putting all of this behind me, finding more adventure where I can without any tadpoles this time. Honestly, I've been missing all of you, mostly.
Aha, the lovebirds still nest together then? Minsk is glad. For what is life without a companion?
I honestly liked all those dialogue options.
So I am thinking yours does not sit on your shoulders, eh? Ah, You alright, Boo? That is none of Minsky's business.
Hold up.
Now, Halfling, we will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Raventide, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil Horde, and Angel Hearted. Astarion,
Apt description.
banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it.
Well said.
We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell men square. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, two gods dogged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsey, Archdruid of Archer somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself, Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkle Ball, and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more,
What was that noise?
shall scratch the Hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahir. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But boys,
Go, my friend, be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Okay, I thought I was just gonna get a random conversation with you. Not that whole shablog. I actually wanted to talk to Halson first because he's my least favorite. And I forgot to level him up to level 12. That's right.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
You did get kidnapped, and none of us cared. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's not like nobody cared. It's just that, you know, if somebody had to get kidnapped, I'm glad it was you. You sound like you need a hug. You sound like you need a drink. Sure, that sounds optimistic.
You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first, Halson. I want to hear about the life you've made and the people you've helped. I could listen to you talk, but if you... Nah, I actually couldn't. Finally, yes, let's talk about me.
Please spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges, Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halson. Another is the chorus that greets me each night.
I don't like that sentence. Daddy Halson?
They have all but exhausted
No.
my repertoire in
No.
but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Had I known bedtime tales were a possibility, I'd have sought you out at camp. I expect you'll have a few tales that will need to wait until they are older.
I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
The truth may be a little flat, spice it up. Recount some of your recent exploits, sparing no details. Please don't be 20.
You are truly incapable of disappointing. The children shall be wrapped, and have no fear. All due credit shall be given to the tale's originator. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to.
No.
I shall leave you to the others
No.
for now.
You creep me
Unless there was
out.
anything
No.
else. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Corba may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwind have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
The guy at House of Hope will be happy to hear that. The one that what did it helped construct Moonrise Tower, I'm pretty sure.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late.
Good.
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit.
We know that was a fight I forgot
The
about.
child's smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
Defending the gate while he went in and got Thaniel.
I spend half my days in Ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that Not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
No, I'm...
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
You're still not getting a hug. Does it do anything?
Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Alright. We received a whittled duck. Should we talk to Will next? Jahira, maybe? We already talked to Minx, and who the hell was walking over here? Karlak. Astarion. Yeah, we'll do Gale next. Why not? Oh, Gale? We'll probably do Gale, Jahira, Will.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor.
You're in Shadowheart spot.
Vicarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Say Mistra didn't smite you in the end? Hugum, you, a teacher? I'd hardly say you set the best example for impressionable young wizards. Only a professor with your expertise. I thought you could teach every kind of magic going.
She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Go on, then convince me. Why is illusory magic so fun? Sounds as dull as old brass. You can take yourself rather seriously, you know? Oh, you used to.
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, and they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
I confess, I found life a little too quiet. Or I found the love of my life. I'd say I'm pretty happy. You haven't heard the latest tales of my heroics? I'd like to say I've been up to no good. And that would be true. I've been up to no good. Maybe.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'll have plenty of questions for you.
I'm sure they would. But of course, I can't think of anyone better to let loose on a room of impressionable princesses.
I don't see why not. Two heads are better than one. Unless you're dealing with an Etin.
Oh, what?
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now. Time enough to come.
Makes me sad every time I hear her say that. Alright, Jahira.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Hey, boy. That makes one of us.
Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
I heard rumors the upper city was destroyed beyond reconstruction. Elf, not all cities can be as beautiful as Evereska. Baldur's Gate is itself. That is what matters. It's a kip, but it's our kip. I'm not happy to see the city restored to its former glory. Where do you think the rebuilding is going?
The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. No dust left to sneeze at. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. LARPers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jor, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Well, all well and good, but what about you? You must be proud of them. Wait, you have children? We already met the children.
Honestly, much more sitting down than I'd like. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me at least. In this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no?
It is.
Fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
Hmm.
Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave and look back. For a little while at least. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Where we are standing now, this campsite is my home, even when I am far away, no matter how far away. Yeah.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
All right. Will's turn, then Karlak? Will. Where do you talk to you? Where's Will? I saw Karlak, but I don't want to talk to Karlak yet. That's Halson. There he is. Where his camp used to be when we were here.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Smell what? Oh, I'm gonna fail this. I have a feeling.
You take a deep breath. But you don't notice anything beyond the ordinary.
You don't know what you're missing. The sweetness of honeysuckle. The earthiness of splitting oak. A far cry from
Well, it's because I rolled a 4, bro.
that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlak and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlak can fill you in. I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone.
If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine, for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
All right, don't get snippy. I was gonna do Karlach next, and then I forgot about Astarion. Astarion's a thing too.
Look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying.
Please
What
don't.
have you been doing with your time? It clearly worked wonders.
You can thank my partner for that. Being with him has been a blessing. I've been living, seeing much of the world as possible. Through everything I wanted to keep helping people. I've been trying to make a difference. I've been boring, peaceful life. You know me. It's been a wild few months.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
You seem happy. Have you been drinking? Ay.
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all. I did at first, but then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am. In all my glory, for better and for worse.
More worse than butter. Better butter?
I
Better.
haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.